Okay, so we're here inside the guinea pig truck and we're going to take out the factory glass. We have a collection of all of the flathead screwdrivers I could find in the shop. Basically, as many as you've got is good. If you look up here on the top of the window, you can tell that it's just simply a flexi rubber gasket. We've already removed the lock strip from the outside of the window. And the objective is really just to get that stuff onto the other side of the pinch weld, right where my fingernail is. The tendency is to start right in the middle, which you can get away with on the rear pieces of glass, but if you did that on a windshield, you would crack it for sure. So the best and safest way to do is actually start near a corner and just go in there with one of the screwdrivers. Don't poke a hole in the headliner, and get it just underneath the pinch weld, just like that. And then you're going to take another screwdriver, do the same exact thing, go underneath the pinch weld. And then come down here around the corner and do the same thing. So you're kind of getting there. And you can see how it's actually starting to loosen up as I already just get one corner through. So that one doesn't really want to stay as well. Sometimes it doesn't have as much tension on it as them, but you'll get it in there. And then keep going to try and get it pushed out far enough. You can see that actually lifted the window where I'm at the point where that rubber gasket will tuck with one more screwdriver anyways. I'm going to switch this one and use this one because it's kind of burnished to actually tuck that gasket underneath the pinch weld. And once you get that started, that's all you're going to do, is you're going to go right along the top edge of the windshield and do that. So you can see that is now behind the pinch weld, where these ones are now much looser because I've got that corner out. So just keep working along with all your little screwdrivers. And basically what I do is take the last one, put it in the first spot, and just keep going along like that. It's really not a very difficult project, but takes some patience. The nice thing with these windows, though, is that once we go along this edge and get down around this corner, we can just push the window out and lift it off. So we'll video again in a minute. So I've tucked the gasket behind the pinch weld all the way over to this corner. And then we're going to do the same thing here. The corners, just like with the welting on the outside, are the hardest to deal with. So I figured we'd video with that. You can see it's kind of a balancing act with all the screwdrivers. Tuck it in behind the pinch weld on those corners. And I'll go ahead and, once I get it right up close to the other screwdrivers, just take that out. Same thing here. So we're almost there. If we go a little further around this corner, this window will just come right on out for us. So there's that. I keep sticking the burnished one in where I need to use it. So it's just kind of slow and methodical. I know some people can feel comfortable putting their feet on the window and pushing really hard, but I don't see the point in risking it when this really isn't a difficult process. So we're around the corner. I don't know if I've gone far enough, but for the sake of making a shorter video, let's see if we can push out. So you can see as I push on this gasket here starts to just peel itself around, and I'll go around to the outside. Now that I can get my fingers on there, same thing. Just kind of letting it go over the pinch weld bit. And obviously once you get down to the bottom, you can just lift up. Alright. For this stage of the process too, just go ahead and leave the factory gasket on the glass. This glass is very durable. You could probably give it a light hit in the middle with a hammer. But if you get so much as a nick or anything on the edge, it will shatter into a million pieces. So do that for protection. We'll go on to the other side.